So here we are, 4 seasons in with Barcelona. We finally paid off our $1.5 billion of debt, but now we're left with a squad that's not exactly the best in the world right now. We got some weak spots, and we only have $31 million to spend, which isn't really enough to get busy in the transfer market, so we pull a first financial lever. Just like in real life, we're selling part of our La Liga TV rights in favor of getting some money now. So we have $150 million in the bank after that financial maneuver, and that should be enough to get us some big targets. So we're looking to improve our defense, which, as you guys know, has been our pain point this season, and by God have we done it. Andreas Christensen and Jose Gaya both coming in the $70 million range, and immediately we are looking solid. Now, this means that Hummels and Meluso, who haven't been so great this season, are probably on their way out. But with our debt gone, this marks a new era of the club, one in which we are going to really compete at the highest level once again. So Barcelona down in 8th place right now. We got to dig ourselves out of this problem, but Christensen and Gaya both start in this game. Although I think it's pretty clear we have a little bit more improving to do before we go anywhere. Oh my lord, what a humiliating goal to concede. And it's both of the new boys. Gaya can't block the cross. Christensen goes sliding in, biting on that fake shot, and wow, absolutely unbelievable with the flare finish. And things get even worse from there. Edgar scores from distance, and Barcelona still struggling out here despite the improvements made defensively. It might take some new time for our signings to click, but don't worry, we are headed in the right direction. Next up, it's Valencia, and we're looking to get our attack looking a little bit better this time. And courtesy of Lionel Messi, we score the opening goal of the game. Our captain and leader has done it time and time again this season, but God, unfortunately for us, that defense is just still a problem. 2-2, more dropped points despite a slight improvement in results, and the new signings already coming under fire here. Christensen particularly picking up a little bit of flack off the back of those 2 results, and pressure is starting to mount here as Real Madrid is our next opponents as we take on this Super Copa here. And it just continues. We're not only just conceding easy goals, but absolute wonder strikes. And on top of it all, goalkeeper not exactly looking the best this season. I know a lot of comments have been negative on him, and the performances can't really back it up. Sanchez has made a bunch of mistakes, and really we pay the price for it. And then to top off this catastrophe of a performance, Wilfried Singo, our new right back, I don't know what he's doing there, off of the back and into the back of the net. It's just unbelievable stuff. Barcelona in crisis mode now, and 4-1 to our bitter rivals Real Madrid is just a demoralizing result if we're being honest here. And I think I kind of know what's going on with the squad right now. We got a bunch of new signings in for high wages after we lifted the wage cap, but a lot of our starting regulars over the last couple seasons are still within the old rules of the under 90,000 wage cap. So with no money in the bank after those transfers, we can't do much, but it's time to pull another second financial lever. We are going for it and getting the backing we need. $50 million in the bank specifically to be used here to completely change the financial structure of our wages, and we are paying players accordingly now. This should prevent them from leaving and really make sure we keep a hold of our superstars, and not only that, but keep them happy. We need morale high, and hopefully this will give us the boost we need after a string of really poor results. So with the team struggling down in 9th place, the question remains, is it too late to turn this season around? Well, it all starts here and now, and for the first time all season, we're actually able to withstand some defensive pressure, and that allows us to get on the counterattack, and Sergi scores. After a new contract, he is looking revitalized, and then things get even better. Messi somehow tips that one over the line. I think it was an own goal, but we'll take it. And then Sergi off of the follow-up here. Couple sloppy goals, but hey, they all count just the same. 3-0, Sergi with 2 goals. What a resurgence he's having after his injury last season. And then the question is, can we make it even more here? Traore, little move, and oh my lord, what a goal that would have been. But we're going to take it anyways. 3-0 and big 3 points for Barcelona. Still in 9th place, but we're reducing that gap a little bit, and if we can start to string together consistent results, that's what's going to count here. But it's time for the Copa de España, and before we get to that, there's one thing still on my mind. We got a little money left over from that last financial lever, and we got to target a new goalkeeper. Sanchez has been struggling. We got a couple options on the list, but honestly, David De Gea, very affordable at 16 million, no brainer. We're going to bring him in. Maybe not a long-term solution at 34, but hey, he is head and shoulders above what we got right now, and Sanchez at 84 is no laughing matter. I mean, he is a solid goalkeeper, but I think De Gea is going to be the kind of difference we need. He's going to get a new number, and actually, while we're at it, let's readjust some of the numbers. Christensen 4, Pedri gets number 8, Gaia 5, Menino 7. This should be a little more realistic in terms of squad numbers now. It's all eyes on this next game. It was better in the last one, but we need sustained results, and David De Gea in goal. Let's see if we can't just change our fortunes in the Copa de España. And it is Enes Unal who scores the opening goal, a player we haven't talked about too much. He's been more of a substitute, but don't forget what a quality player he is. And then Angel Alarcón, another one not to forget about, had a really bright start in preseason, and he's been a substitute as well, but both of them starting in the cup here, and both of them impressing as we move on with a 2-0 victory. Next up, it's Sevilla, and this is going to be a real test of our defense. David De Gea with the fingertip save to look really sharp early in this game, and then Adama Traore to find Sergi, who buries it into the back of the net with what is quickly becoming his trademark power header off of a corner. So far, so good from Barcelona, but we are coming under some pressure here, and David De Gea, absolute blinder. 2 quality saves here late in the match to keep us in, and that is a game we easily would have lost not 2 or 3 weeks ago. But we're going on to the next round of the Cup, and it's transfer deadline day, but honestly for us, I don't know that we have too much business left to take care of, and really, I think the notable addition here is we don't have to sell players anymore. We're in good financial shape, and although we got a ton of big offers in for some of our stars, we're going to keep them. We don't want to degrade this squad at all, and I'm very happy with the team we have at our disposal. So we shot all of them down. The morale seems happy for the time being, and we're going to get to the quarterfinals of the Copa de España now, with the team finally stringing together 2 wins for the first time in a while. And our defense looking solid. Gaia and Christensen out on the left-hand side allow us the opportunity to get on the offensive. Although we don't score on that chance, Barcelona really starting to take a notch up in these last couple of games, and then Sergi heads it just wide. You're convinced he's going to score off of those kind of opportunities. But on we go, 20 minutes in, already looking the better team, which against most teams in the league or the cup was probably not going to be the case not too long ago. And now Sergi from distance, given the opportunity to shoot. Wow, take a bow. Sergi still only 19 and making waves on the league, the cup, and the Champions League stage, and he's bounced back from injury not once but twice now, and is showing that he can still do more than just head in goals off of corners. And on top of that, the defense looking completely revitalized. There's a handful of chances that probably should have been goals if not for De Gea's saves, but eventually it all comes crashing down. There's nothing the goalkeeper could have done against that shot. 1-1, and now the pressure is cranked up here late in the game. 12 minutes left. It's been back and forth, but the game completely flips on its head there with a nasty challenge through the back of Nico Gonzalez. Deserved red card. Gonzalez, after that challenge, out for a month. Horrible, horrible tackle, but it affords us the opportunity here for a Messi free kick. What can he do? Tried for the knuckleball, didn't quite come off. It was more of a dip downwards, but we're running out of time here. 5 minutes left, still level, 1-1. Lionel Messi sends it through for Sergi, and the chance not quite on yet, but Barcelona still very patient in possession, and now Gavi, little back heel, and it is Musa Wage who finishes the move. Talk about an unlikely suspect. The right back has been plucked out of the academy and has been our backup right back now for a season and a half, and well, there's a good amount of quality in this player. I know he hasn't necessarily been a player we talk about too much, but definitely a good servant of the club, and at this point in time, a difference maker. 2-1, and again, we go on to the semifinals. What a great run we are having after those handful of signings, and our next opponents are going to be Granada, so that'll be an interesting one. But for now, all eyes on Real Madrid versus Barcelona back in the league, El Clasico, and after a 4-1 whopping last time out, boy oh boy do we have a point to prove. It's an away one at the Bernabeu. This will not be an easy match by any stretch, but if we're ever going to have a shot at it, it might as well be off the back of some really positive results. And now here we go, Barcelona, we're just going to try to really establish possession in this game and really put more of a focus on dominating games in a way that we haven't in probably the last couple of months. But we know Real Madrid are not going to make this easy for us, but thankfully our defense is starting to look good. De Gea out there to grab it confidently, Christensen with the sliding challenge, and despite all the pressure on us, man, we just look really, really solid. But It's not for a lack of effort. I mean, shot after shot coming in, De Gea saving, Christensen blocking, Gaia out there to close down on more than one occasion, and we take it to the second half, still level. It's 0-0, and honestly, despite not having a lot of attacking prowess in this game, it is solid performance as opposed to last time we met with them. But there's a sense that we can always find a goal somehow, and Menino pulls one out of absolutely nothing. We've barely had possession in their final third all game, but all it takes is one chance with these kind of players. And Menino may be another player who hasn't been talked about too much this season, but he's grown to 85 overall and a genuine world-class talent at right back, center mid, left wing where we played him this game. He can play anywhere. What a performance from the team. David De Gea, man of the match, and Barcelona come away with 3 big points against Real Madrid. What a change in fortune we've had. And now, it's back to the Copa de España semifinals versus Granada. Let's see if we just can't keep this great run of form up, but it's going to be against a really solid Granada side who have made a great run this season and really crank up the pressure here early in the game. 2 great shots, 2 great saves from De Gea, and then Lionel Messi turns on the afterburners for a little quick change of direction to win himself a free kick. And now, can he convert? Yes! Lionel Messi makes the difference when it matters time and time again throughout the last season and a half. And this could be one of the most important ones, booking a spot in the final as results stand. But there's still a lot of game left to play, so let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Granada are going to do everything they can to get back in this game. They've honestly looked solid so far. And it's going to be these types of games that are the real test for our new defense. And the shot point blank at David De Gea. That's the pick of the bunch in terms of saves. Oh my God. Absolutely incredible. And it's not even halftime yet. Plenty of chances. And I know I've kind of said it over the last game or two, but man, just a couple of weeks ago, this would have been a completely different result with the way our defense had been handling things. We just look confident now. And for the first time in a while, actually able to play out from the back. So with a 1-0 lead, we're able to really influence our pressure up top. And then Adama Traore to the substitute, Enes Unal, who scores again. A player you just can't forget about, although he may not be a starter. That's exactly why we signed him, to step up in cup games and coming off the bench. What a great striker he's been for us as well. And results really just starting to look positive here for Barcelona. We've been undefeated in the last handful of games, I think 4 or 5 at this point, and with the team now sitting in 8th place, a game against Sevilla in 3rd is really probably the ultimate test of the kind of pressure against us now. If we could pull off a victory in this one, I think our chances of actually sneaking into a top 4 spot might not be out of the question this season. The defense looking solid again, more than a handful of interceptions here early in the match, and actually even players who aren't necessarily starters like Alex Balde finding some minutes in this one and doing a great job. It's more about confidence than anything with the team, and then some of these other players like Alarcon finding the initial chance to set up Lionel Messi 1-0, and at 38 years old, Messi still really proving he's a class above everyone on the pitch. And here he goes again, Messi dribbling through 1-2 players, eventually gives it away, but he's just looking like a man on a mission out there. Alex Balde closing down now and gives away the free kick. Although that's maybe not the best defending in the world, it is a sign that at least we're not conceding the chances here. We might give away fouls every now and then, but pretty limited in terms of what we're affording on goal. And when it does get through, De Gea there to save it, it's just a huge, huge change to this back line. And I mean, a well-deserved one. We spent an excess of 150 million on really improving the defense, but it just goes to show what the kind of money we have now can do for this team. Alarcon looking to close down, and Barcelona just a little swagger in our offense finally, and it's backed by our defensive solidity, which really has been a long time in the making at this point. And Pablo Gavi now playing it through Messi. Could this be another chance? Messi takes his man on. Oh my Lord, take a bow. Messi scores a second and hopefully puts this game to bed 70 minutes in. Absolutely world class still at this age. He can do things no one else in the team, probably even the world can do. And he's just still a class above everyone else out there. Musa Wage now brings it forward. Alarcon back heel. Barcelona really taking it through the gears at this point. Alex Balde charging down the wing. Lovely run from the left back. Alarcon plays it through. Menino plays it through again. Messi cutting it back inside, twisting and turning. Oh my lord, it was a great chance, but the shot in the end didn't quite come off there for Barcelona. We've been running rampant in this game and deservedly the better team and really in front at this point. As Ozuli now plays it through. Messi, little give and go. Runners ahead of him, but Messi gonna take it all alone. Still going here. Messi cutting inside. Lovely run. No way. Oh my god. Hat trick, and in maybe the most spectacular fashion we've seen so far in this career. All kinds of goals from this man, and he has been not only great since we signed him back, but in the last 4 or 5 games especially. It just seems like he's taken it up a notch and really is driving this team from the front. What an unbelievable player. 3 deserved goals and 3 deserved points for Barcelona, who are now moving up the league table and against some of the top teams, Real Madrid, Sevilla. We're going to have the ultimate test up next, though. Man City, who arguably have the strongest team in this career mode save. And it's going to come down to what Lionel Messi can do for us. He is retiring at the end of the season after a decision from the Discord community based off of what happened last episode. And there's a storyline brewing. 8 goals and 10 assists this season, but his work is not done. Lionel Messi is now 9 goals away from Cristiano Ronaldo's all-time goal tally. And with Ronaldo having retired last season in this series, that means he finished with 845 goals, Messi on 836, and these two far and away higher than everyone else in the all-time goal-scoring tally list. So, with 8 goals to his name this season, Messi's gonna have to crank it up and more than double his tally so far, but it's doable. I mean, I think we have 17 games left at this point, guaranteed at least. Man City, it could be more if we move farther in the Champions League. We got the Cup final, and I believe 14 league games left. Someone will have to count that for me while we scroll through. But honestly, if he could score a goal every other game for that, which, I mean, is a big ask, but he could break the record. So it's all going to come down to see if Lionel Messi can get the job done. He's been compared to Ronaldo his entire career, and now he could finish as the clear #1 goal scorer if it all comes to a head at the end of this season. But if you guys want to help manage this team behind the scenes and really shape the future of not only this career but others, join the Discord, link in the description. It is free. And also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Helps me out a lot and also helps you stay up to date as these new series roll out and continue to really get fleshed out with the storylines. So I'll be back soon with the next and final episode of this season next week. But until then, I'm Respected Jeff, and I'll see you next time.